Search engine optimization is all about impacting how visible your website is in a search engine's organic results. Essentially, you make changes to your site's technical setup as well as the content on the page in an effort to improve rank. Now, I'm not going to dive too deep on SEO, but I do want to point out that as you investigate and evaluate your SEO, Google Analytics has 3 reports dedicated to search: queries, landing pages, and geographical summary. I'm here in our queries report, and you can see where I've navigated here on the left-hand side under search engine optimization within our acquisition category. Now, you might have noticed earlier in this course, we stumbled upon a dimension called keywords. This dimension displayed a list of keywords that users typed into Google search to find our website. But you may have noticed that most of that data was labeled as not provided. And this is due to recent changes with Google. Google has been working to keep search secure by removing that query from the refer on any clicks originating from SSL, essentially encrypted searches on google.com. So that whole notion of keywords is going away, and it's becoming harder and harder as marketers to understand just what's happening at the search engine level. So now you're looking at this page labeled queries and thinking to yourself, so what do you mean I can see my search queries, but I can't see the actual keywords? Well, let me back up. Keywords are what brought visitors to your site. They're an actual action a user took to arrive. They typed in the keyword, they clicked on your link, and they came to your site. Search queries simply show you what has been searched for in connection with your site, even if it didn't result in a visit. Meaning, I could go to Google, type in, say, hotels in San Francisco, and let's say the Landon Hotel pops up in the search results, and that's my site. But nobody clicks it. Well, Google's still going to give me credit for appearing in the search results. It's an impression. I may or may not get a click on that query, however. The other thing that's important to know is that the search engine optimization reports within Google Analytics are isolated from the rest of the data. So you can't really use them to compare things from throughout the site besides what Google's going to show you within these reports. And I'll show you as we dig deeper into them. Now, this is what the queries report looks like when you arrive in it. But you may come to this section and see something different. Let me show you what you might see. I've switched to a different account and clicked on to our search engine optimization queries report. But here Google's saying, wait a second, you need webmaster tools to be enabled to access this data. So these search engine optimization reports are really just data that's aggregated from webmaster tools, which is now known as Google Search Console. Now, I highly recommend that everyone sets up the Google Search Console. And you'll simply choose the link at the top of the screen labeled Setup Webmaster Tools Data Sharing. Now, this page will likely change a little bit as Google's going through and rebranding their webmaster tools. So if this button changes to a different name, rest assured it's the same location when you click on it. This is going to take you to your property settings, and you're going to scroll down the page until you arrive at Webmaster Tools Settings. It says here that if your property is also a verified website in Webmaster Tools and you're the owner, you can associate it. And you'll do that by choosing the edit link at the bottom of the page. Once I select this link, I'm actually going over to Google Search Console. And again, this is a little confusing because Webmaster Tools and Search Console are essentially the same thing. They just changed their name. So what I can see is all the sites in my Search Console. And if your site is already within Search Console, you simply select it and then choose Save to connect the two together. If it's not, you'll need to choose the Add a Site to Search Console link here at the bottom of the page and follow the instructions to enable the profile for your site. Now again, I highly recommend that you do this. The Search Console has some impressive data available to you as a site owner. And it's great to get this into Google Analytics as well. So I've selected the site that I want to link, and I'll choose Save. Google's going to ask us to confirm that we want to add this association, and I'll choose OK. And it's going to take us back to our property settings. So at this point, let's go back to our reporting tab at the top of the screen. And I'll scroll down to the acquisition category, select search engine optimization, and choose queries. You can see right away that Google has imported all of the queries associated with the site that we just linked it to in Google Search Console. The data appears because I've had Google Search Console set up and running. If you're new to using Google Search Console and Google Analytics, you won't see any data for at least 2 days. And all of the data in your search engine optimization reports are 2 days old. It takes Google a little while to aggregate that information back to you. Now, that's just the high-level overview of SEO. We're going to dive deeper into these reports in the next couple movies.